dry fire. We all know that dry firing a weapon is good practice. It's a really good thing to do, especially in lieu of going to the range for actual live fire, be it tight on finances, short on time, whatever. Generally, all of us can find 20 or 30 minutes to work in dry fire every other day or something, once a week even if need be. And we know that there is a lot of value to be had in dry firing your weapon, manipulating it, practicing doing empty mag changes, manipulating the controls on the gun, etc. Sighting in, doing that steady press. We know there's all value in that. How many times have you dry fired your gear? Or is the only time you ever dry fire your gear, so to speak, is when you're in maybe a training class? I bet there's probably a lot of people that don't. First thing you got to do is get out of your mind being embarrassed. Okay, if you're embarrassed about putting your gear on at home and working with it, dry firing your weapon, doing manipulations, making sure everything fits, I don't know what to tell you. My wife pretty much starts thinking something's wrong if she doesn't see me using my gear at least once or twice a week. She starts asking if I'm sick or feeling bad. So all I'm saying is get that stigmatism out of your head. What do I mean by dry fire your gear? Put your gear on, guys. When you're doing your dry fire manipulations, put your gear on. Does your belt kit work with your chest rig? Does your chest rig work with a backpack? Does it all work when you've got the rifle slung up? Which direction works best of having your rifle slung? Can I reload and still get to my magazines to reload the gun from this position? Does it interfere with anything down here, etc.? That's all stuff you can do dry fire, quote unquote, with your gear while you're dry firing your weapon. Make sure everything fits. Walk around the house in it a little bit. If you're where you can and won't freak the neighbors out, walk around the backyard with it. Just walk in a circle if need be in the backyard. Just anything to get movement on so that you can find out, okay, is there anything rubbing anywhere? Is there any hot spots anywhere? Is anything interfering with something else? Use your gear. Don't wait until the only time is when you're in the middle of a training class and now all of a sudden you're spending a fourth of your time in class fighting and adjusting and working with your gear, and you're missing out on paying attention to what you should be learning in the class. Okay? Do all that now. Do it every day. The reason you do dry fire is to stay familiar with your weapon, keep those skills up. Same thing with your gear. Stay used to getting it adjusted to where you want it at so that it fits and it's comfortable. Get used to reloading from that gear. Get used to manipulating things off of the gear. Even simple things like, can you access your tourniquet first aid kit off your gear? But don't just do it standing up. Lay down on the living room floor on your back or on your side like you've actually taken a hit. Can you get that tourniquet out and get it on? Can you apply first aid until somebody gets there? All those little things are things that you can dry fire with your gear. I see a lot of guys with different pieces of gear and they show pictures or video of it. And when you start looking at the different pictures or looking at the different videos, if you start paying attention, you can tell they've never used a lot of that gear together at the same time, because you'll see sternum straps on their backpacks that's way down here. Well, if it's way down here, it's right in the way of my chest rig. Okay? That tells me right there, I know you haven't worn that with your chest rig. You're going to have it up a lot higher, so you're missing the magazines. Regardless of what kind of magazine pouch you're using, you're going to have it up there so you can miss it, and keeping it pulled in on the center of your body, okay? Same thing in the back. Does your backpack clear whatever you might have on the back of your belt? Okay? Can you manipulate all your pouches? Can you get to However you got your belt line set up, can you manipulate that and get to everything on it? Dry fire your gear. Put your gear on. Use it. It don't even matter if it's just in your pajamas. I recommend doing it with your actual clothes that you'll be wearing, simply because even the clothing can play an effect. If you got a real baggy or bulky jacket, that's going to cause you to have to adjust your straps and everything on your gear a lot differently than if you do it in just a t-shirt. So use it with the clothing that you plan on wearing for whatever time of year it is, etc. Adjust everything, get used to it, dry fire with your gear. All right? Try it out, comment, let us know what you think. Talk to you next time.